Top of the moment to you. We welcome you to this edition of our robust program, Retirement Clues. I am Mr. Chusudo Okunta, the promoter of this program and the publisher of Nigeria #1 Insurance and Pension News Online, known as ISPEN Online. And I'm still the promoter of Inshofi Initiative, the platform that is driving donation of insurance product to the uninsured. I want to say welcome to this enriched program. Retirement Clues is all about providing information that you need to prepare effectively for better life in retirement. Today, we'll be looking at a topic that says how to inflation proof your retirement. How to inflation proof your retirement. That is how you have to keep your retirement from being that much affected by inflation. That is what we want to actually discuss. How you just so that in the time of retirement, all the things that you have set aside, that they will not be badly affected by inflation. This is actually something that we believe that will be of help to you, because we are actually fighting inflation and most people don't even know what to do. This podcast will really help you. And before we go into that discussions, let's just share with you updates within the retirement space. We got to know from the National Pension Commission that between February and March, the pension fund assets dipped, and it dipped with over 19 point, that is okay, it dipped with over 90.29 billion. 90.29 billion. That was what actually the pension fund assets lost between February and March. Because as at March, the pension fund assets was 19.67, but in February it was 19.76 trillion. It fell from 19.76 trillion to 19.67 trillion, which is about 90.29 billion was actually lost. And we just pray that the fund will rise again and regain that, recover from that lost. Then that is just the update we have here, and we are still using this opportunity to thank all those that attended our retirement summit since almost 2 weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago thereabout, that we had the summit. The thing has been in the news. People have been making inquiry. Many write-ups have actually come up. People have learned one or two things, and the testimonial has been so great. I want to actually say thank you to all those, our special guests, the keynote speaker, the participants, every one of you that made the program a success. We say God bless you. Thank you very much. Quickly, let's just go into our discussions. Inflation is considered as one of the enemies of savings now, because let's say 3 years ago, 1 billion naira 3 years ago has been reduced to around 100 million this time around because of inflation. 100 million has been reduced to almost 10 million, and 10 million has been reduced to 1 million. 1 million has been reduced to 100,000. That is what inflation has done. And how do you know this? Is it that something that you were buying 1 million as at 3 years ago, the price now is almost 10 million? That is what inflation has done. Look at vehicles that were being bought for 2 million before. They are now around 12 million. And that affects savings too. Somebody that says, oh, as at maybe I want to save 10 million. Maybe 5 years ago, you started saving towards 10 million, thinking that, oh, with that 10 million, I will be able to, because let's say, as 3 years ago, you have 10 million, you say, I want to build a bungalow, a small bungalow, 2-bedroom flat that my family will live in. That was as at 5 years ago. So once I have 10 million, I need to be able to do that. That 10 million you begin to save. Today now, that 10 million can hardly even help you erect the bricks. You not even talk of the roofing and every other thing, you see. And that is why it is very, very good that as you are aiming towards a better time in retirement, there are some things that you need to do to make sure that you actually fight inflation, for inflation uselesses your investment. And what are those things that you need to do? Those are the things we want to highlight now. The first thing is that when you are investing, try as much as possible to invest into inflation link products, both in the insurance and even in the in other sectors where you can invest. Like in the insurance sector, you want to buy annuity. As for inflation link annuity, you are buying endowment, inflation linked endowment. Buy those products that have inflation inbuilt, because it will help you. How the product works is that as inflation is going up, your contribution will be going up, so that you will not just make contribution at the end, your plans will not be achieved because of inflation. You must look for inflation linked investment products to invest in if you want to actually achieve your dream without inflation spoiling your plans. That is the second one is that try as much as possible to invest in bonds, maybe local bonds. If you have opportunity to invest in foreign bonds, it will really help you, to help you keep your investment above inflation. If you have opportunity to invest in foreign bonds, or local bonds, no bonds are always floated by reputable organizations. It will really help you. That is another thing you need to do. If you have opportunity through professional guidance, invest in bonds. Another one is foreign currency fixed deposit. You have access to foreign currency, please do invest in foreign currencies. It will really help you. You can buy dollar, buy pounds, buy euro, and just stock your value in all those foreign currency. It will really help you too. That is another way you can stay above inflation. Then we still encourage you to invest in real estate. I think real estate is the only sector that has been able to withstand inflation, because the prices of land or buildings always keep appreciating. It does not the price does not slide. With land that you bought for 500,000 today, maybe by 2 weeks time you can sell it 500,000. You would have gotten at least say 50,000, 100,000, or if not more than that. Invest in landed property through professional guidance and a reputable agent. Invest in houses, build plazas. If you have the wherewithal, that will still help you, to stay above inflation. And the last another one is that buy business. You buy business. How do you buy business? You buy business by through shares, equities. When there are people that are actually looking for, investors. If you have the fund, you can invest into an existing business, partner with people that are doing reputable business, and then, as their business is growing, your fund will be growing. You can buy shares, buy equities, even into like a public quoted company. That there are still some private quoted companies that are still looking for fund through private placement. You can invest into them, but before you do that, make sure that you do it with a clear eye, so that you will not burn your fingers. Then the last one we want to bring up here is that that one is similar to investment in real estate. Investment in agriculture. People must eat. Whether there's inflation or there's no inflation, people must eat. As the inflation is even going up, price of foods are going up. You make money from it. You can invest in agriculture, invest in food processing. That is one thing that is not even common within our side here. Most of the food we have, they are just in their raw form. You can invest into, turning those food into another thing, into another product. That will really help you in time of inflation. You see that your money will still remain relevant as against those that just keep their money and inflation will just wipe away the value. We want to stop here. In case you want to get across to us, our numbers are very, very much open. 08054269557 and 0703333253527. Our email address is ispenonline@gmail.com. Get across to us if you have any inquiry to make or you need any assistance. We are there for you. And we want to beg you, implore you, please share this podcast. You may be helping somebody that didn't know that such opportunities exist. And when you do that, you see that will continue to help ourselves. God bless you as you support us by sharing this podcast to your friends and your relatives. Remain blessed. By the grace of God, will still come your way next week. God keeping us alive. Remain blessed and God bless you. Amen.